Have home values in the Phoenix real estate market finally peaked? Current market trends indicate that home values will continue to rise, but at a much slower pace than they have been rising in the past 8 or 9 months. While it's still an incredible time to sell while home values are still high and we don't see them going down anytime soon, that aggressive seller's market that we've all come to know and hate if you're a buyer in this market over the past 7 to 9 months is weakening. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube or my social media, wherever you happen to be watching from. My name is Carrie Nelson. I'm a realtor with West USA. I do service Phoenix and all the surrounding areas. I specialize in the West Valley Phoenix area, but I am licensed to sell anywhere in the entire state of Arizona. So for all of your Arizona real estate needs, I got you. And if you're not looking in Arizona, but you're looking for an amazing realtor in your area, please feel free to reach out to me. I do network with realtors all across the United States and all over the world, and I would love to help you find a realtor who will be the perfect fit for your needs. I'm going to dive into a couple of market indicators that I touch on every single month, so you can always go back to my other videos and compare and then see firsthand how the market is trending. Active listings for sale is currently sitting at just below 6,000, which is an increase of 1,000 listings over the last few weeks. We're still looking at historically low inventory, but a lot of sellers are seeing the opportunity to cash out while home values are where they're at. So we are seeing a lot of listings beginning to flood the market. Months of supply is currently at 18 days, which is up from our 2 weeks or so last month. And that means things are moving in the right direction to things becoming more of a balanced market. Anything below 6 months of home inventory is considered a seller's market, but we are trending in the right direction. So although we've been in an extreme seller's market over these last few months, it is weakening at this point. Buyers with a budget of over $300,000 may have noticed they've got a few more listings to pick from as opposed to what we were looking at just a month ago. This is good news because as a home buyer, once you have more options to choose from, you're not so quick to waive appraisal contingencies or waive the home inspection or offer an insane amount above listing price. I've actually noticed that Verrado home inventory, for example, has nearly doubled over the last few weeks, and this is just a small snapshot of what's going on in the bigger picture. As the eviction moratorium runs up, which it keeps getting extended, but now it's supposedly set to expire July 31st, as well as banks being able to start foreclosing on homes as of August 1st, we may start to see even more homes flooding the market. Basically, being a home buyer in this market is about to become a whole lot less stressful. My advice for home buyers is if you're waiting for the market to crash, I would not expect that to happen anytime soon. I've heard so many people say that they're going to wait until home prices come down just a little bit, and there's absolutely no indication of that happening with what's going on in the economy right now, as well as Phoenix being the hottest real estate market in all of the United States. Like I mentioned before, home prices are still expected to increase, but at a much slower rate than before as we see more homes beginning to come onto the market. If you were a home buyer earlier this year and you got frustrated and or you just decided to wait until summer was over to start looking again, now would be a great time to start getting your ducks in a row. So when you're ready to start your home search again within the next month or two, you've got everything squared away. It's also still a great time to refinance if that's something you haven't done yet with the interest rates being so low. So if you haven't done that and you're interested in just running some numbers, reach out to me. I will put you in touch with an awesome lender who will run through those numbers with you to see if it's a good option for you to do that at this time. Whether you're looking to buy a brand new home, maybe you're looking into buying resale, or maybe you want to buy some land, or you've got some land already and you're wanting to build your dream home, but you need a construction loan to do that, please reach out to me. I will put you in touch with someone who can help you with the financing portion of that, and I would love to help you achieve your real estate goals. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. I got someone who can help you. As home prices continue to rise, more sellers are motivated to get their home on the market, but fewer buyers are willing to pay that high premium price for real estate. Home affordability for the greater Phoenix area for a family making the median income was at 63%, meaning 63% of families making the median income could afford homes in the greater Phoenix area. That was for the first quarter of 2021. Numbers for quarter 2 should be out in August, but as of now, those numbers are expected to be at about 57%. So home affordability has dropped 6% from quarter 1 to quarter 2. As you can see, 57% is below the normal range of 60 to 75. So the fewer buyers there are who can afford your home, the less likely you are to get that higher price because you're going to start seeing less bidding wars. And right here is where I want to stress how important it is to still price your home right. Appraisal values, as well as recently sold homes, indicate what's considered fair market value, and your realtor should be educating you on the importance of pricing at fair market value, what happens when you price below fair market value, and most importantly right now, what happens when you price very high above what's considered fair market value. One thing I will say is you don't want a stigmatized property. Buyers are just a little bit jaded right now. If your home is sitting on the market for more than a couple of weeks in this insanely competitive market, buyers are going to begin to think that something's wrong with it. You also don't want to list your house at an inflated price because A, your house will sit on the market longer, and B, you're less likely to get that price the longer that your home sits on the market. Honestly, you guys, time is money. While it's not entirely impossible that you're going to get in a bidding war for people who are willing to pay that price, it's a lot less likely than it was just a few months ago. The longer you sit on your house, the longer you're making your mortgage payments, the longer you're paying your utilities, and the longer that you have to wait to get your cash in hand once the home sells. And contrary to popular belief, a lot of people think they don't need a realtor to sell their home, but it is still most beneficial to sell your home with a licensed realtor. Not only do we understand fair market value and pricing strategies, but we have extensive market exposure through using the MLS system, as well as access to our networks that have taken us years to build. Not to mention, buyer's agents are a lot more likely to actually show your home if there's another realtor involved. We also know how to do all the paperwork that's involved, and I have someone who even quality checks my paperwork to double check and make sure that you're protected and that you're not put at high risk for any legal issues down the road. You may think that you're saving money by not using a realtor, but realistically, you could be exposing yourself to a lot of legal issues down the road, and you actually might be leaving a lot of money on the table that you didn't even know existed. My advice for sellers in this market, if you've even debated selling your house and getting top dollar for it and still possibly getting somewhat of a bidding war or a little bit above asking price, I would do it now. You may also get the price that you want, but your buyer pool is likely to be a lot smaller than it was, so you might have to make some compromises. Home values are expected to sort of level off and plateau for a bit because of fewer buyers being able to afford what's available, as well as buyer fatigue and lots of buyers just saying, F this, I'm out. If you want to make sure that you get top dollar without having to make other compromises, I would definitely do it now before even more listings begin to flood the market. As always, if you have any questions at all about buying or selling in this market, you want to see what your home is worth, you want to see what you qualify for, or if you just have any real estate related questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I definitely would love to have a conversation with you. My goal is always to make sure that you are educated and you have all the information you need to feel empowered in making the right decision, whether that's buying or selling now, waiting a little bit, whatever the case may be. Thank you so much for all your continued support, and thank you so much for all of your referrals this past month. It really does mean the world to me that you trust me with your friends and your family and think enough of me to refer me to them. So thank you so much for doing that. I am so incredibly honored to help them with achieving their real estate goals. Also, if we've had the privilege of working together in the past, I would greatly appreciate if you took 30 seconds of your time to leave a 5-star review for me on Google. I've recently realized that whether or not someone finds me on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, they almost always go to Google first to type my name into Google search so they can proceed to Google stalk me, which I completely understand because honestly, I do the exact same thing. My goal is to make it easier for people to be able to find me and then for people to get to know a little bit about me professionally by reading real reviews from people who I've had the privilege of working with. So that's my spiel. Tune in next month to see what's going on with the market then, because I have a feeling things are really going to start shifting over this next month. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.